Hi guys, it's Rose, back at it with those trashy K-pop opinions. Now, these ones I know are probably gonna get me hate because they're a little more controversial than my last video and a lot of the topics people probably don't really want to talk about. Now, I just want to say that I'm not trying to bash or hurt or offend anybody who's a fan or any of these groups, because I really do love these groups. I'm also sorry for my monotone voice because I just sound like a robot all the time. Number 1, BTS's vocal line has gotten way worse. Don't get me wrong, I literally love BTS to death, and they were the first group that I stan when I got into K-pop. But when you listen to their music from 2 years ago and listen to their music from now, the change in their voices and the strain is so apparent it makes me cringe. It physically kind of hurts to hear them sometimes because they just sound so tired and exhausted, and I wish that they had better vocal coaches and that they would get a little bit more rest, because I know that that would fix anything that was happening with their voices probably right out.
Number 2, Pick 3 privilege is not a thing. This is really disappointing to me when people say this. I know that big 3 companies and idols get a lot more resources and they're able to get out there more, but I can only imagine how torturesome it must be to be in the big 3. For example, I saw this interview with Kai, and he talked about how during debut they would only eat 6 rice rolls a day between all of them. That's really heartbreaking. And I saw another one where Tao was talking about the fact that they weren't even able to get food or order it, and that they all had to live in an apartment with 20 people. That is not fun, and that is not what people think that the big 3 probably is. Number 3, I think YG is falling out of the big 3. There's not been a lot of stuff that I really like, and a lot of stuff in general from YG lately. Since Big Bang has gone to the military, a lot of the comebacks have been way too far between for me to remember any of the groups. I think the only group with constant comebacks is probably iKON, because they've had the most this year out of any YG artist. I'm tired of BLACKPINK only getting one comeback a year, and the fact that they only got a mini album 2 years into their debut is really heartbreaking. Number 4, fans can drive people away from a group. I know a lot of people are gonna think ARMY immediately, and that's what I think, because I've been in the K-pop fandom for 2 years, and I've definitely seen a lot of ARMYs ridiculing other ARMYs for not just being in one fandom. That's really upsetting, because why are you getting so petty over the fact that people love more? Like, what's the point? Just be happy with the fact that you can love your faves and just move on. People should really learn to respect the fact that some people aren't just gonna like one thing. It's like dessert. Let's say BTS is cake and all these other groups are different desserts. You see, I love cake, but I love a lot of other things too, but that doesn't make me a bad person for not just liking cake. Number 5, 2018 has been an underwhelming year release-wise. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff that I really love, and I'm literally living off empathy, like I have a problem, I listen to it every day. But for such a crappy year, 2017 had some really great releases that I still listen to all the time. And I'm still a little underwhelmed by BLACKPINK's mini album, because it was a mini album 2 years after they debuted, and that's just kind of disappointing. I also didn't like too many of the songs on it, but it doesn't mean that I don't like BLACKPINK, it just means that I don't like their 2018 release. Number 6, give idols rest. This is a major one for me, because I hate seeing those videos where idols are getting mobbed. It's basically physically painful, it's so terrible. Like, what possesses you to literally chase after and harass and even, like, assault your idols? That is an obsession that has gone way too far. You need to dial it back a bit, buddy. I get it that you love them, but stalking them at the airport and everywhere they go is literally so terrible. Like, why? Sesang fans are not real fans to me. They're just disgraces to a fandom, and they should really, really turn it down. Being obsessed with someone to the point where you are literally hurting them is so terrible. You really need to stop. Give them rest and give them their space. They're people too. Those are all my opinions, and most of them are pretty trash, and I know I'm probably gonna get some hate, but go off in the comments. I'd like to hear your own opinions and hear what you guys have to say, because I don't know, it's kind of fun. Maybe we can have a peaceful discussion. Bye.